The king Suddhodana had an old teacher, as the teacher was very wise. He was known as a sage. His real name was Kaladevala, but people usually called him Asita the sage. Asita lived in the jungle. He had heard that the king then had a son. He was very happy because this was the first time child was born to the king. The next day he went to see the king's son. The king was very happy to see his wise old teacher again. In the palace, after the sage was seated, the king brought the prince before the sage and said, "Teacher, my son was born only yesterday. Here he is. Please see if his future will be good." As the king said, he loved the infant prince before the sage so that he might examine him properly. However, the baby turned his feet onto the sage's head. Thus surprised, Asita took hold of the baby's feet and examined them very carefully. He saw some marks on the prince's feet. Then he got up and said, "This prince will become a very great teacher in the world." The sage was very pleased and putting his palm together, paid due respect to the baby prince. The king seeing this also did the same. This was the first solutions of the king. Everyone was happy and pleased to know of the sage's prediction. On the fifth day, the king invited 5 wise men to witness the naming ceremony and to suggest a good name for the prince. The wise men examined the birthmark of the prince and concluded that the prince will be a king of kings if he wants to rule. If he chooses a religious life, then he will become wise as the Buddha. The youngest of the 5 wise men, called Kondanja, said this prince will be the Buddha and nothing else. Then the wise men gave him the name Siddhartha, meaning in a wise fulfilled.